As I said in earlier videos, the Octave programming language will allow you to very quickly prototype and test out your learning algorithms. And it turns out that even in sort of many Silicon Valley companies, even for large-scale deployments, what people do is use a fast prototyping language like Octave to first implement their algorithms, and only after it's working, then it's worth your while to translate it into C, C++, Java, or some other language for deployment. But it turns out that using a language like Octave will let you prototype things much more quickly. And having taught machine learning for a long time, I'm actually pretty confident that this would be the fastest way for you to learn to use these algorithms as well. And moreover, we've set up a sort of software on our servers here at Stanford that can automatically check for each assignment if you got to the right answer. And so what we'll do is show you how to set up the software so that you can run Octave and also submit a sort of introductory hello world type assignment just to make sure that you're submitting your solutions to our server correctly and letting our servers verify the correctness of your learning algorithms. So we're going to do this in just 6 steps. We're going to go to a website shown on the top to download the files you need. The 2 files you're going to need are this file, the Octave Windows installer.exe and submit1.m. And then we're going to save submit1.m to where you plan to work on the assignment. Sorry about my bad handwriting. There, let's get rid of that. After that, we're going to use the installer to install Octave and start up Octave, navigate to the directory where you want to work on the assignment, and then that's the command for submitting your solution. And finally, you type exit to exit Octave. I'm including this slide here mainly for reference. All of this is repeated in the text on this website, and we're actually going to slowly step through these steps one at a time. So let's get started. Okay, so I've gone to this website, ready to download my software. To download the software, I'm going to move my mouse here and right-click and then click Save Link As. And I'm just going to save this to my desktop and save this wherever you want. And now, my web browser, I'm using the Google Chrome web browser in this case, has downloaded the Octave installer. I'm going to do the same thing for submit1.m. So save link as, I don't know, save this. Let's save this also to my desktop. Depending on your web browser, it may save these files in different locations, but I'm just going to save these to my desktop. Okay, that was the first step. Oh, we're actually up to step 3. Next, let's install Octave. So let's do that now. In order to install Octave, I'm going to double-click on my installer. After double-clicking on the installer, your Windows machine may ask you for permissions or a password, depending on your Windows configuration, but just give it the permissions it wants. And you can just hit next through all of these options. The default installation options are fine. I'm just going to install Octave in the default directory. All the default options here are fine. So just keep hitting next. And finally, we're going to hit install. And the installer will get started and install all the files you need. Okay, so I fast forwarded through the rest of that video where it was installing. Finally, we're done. I'm just going to hit finish. It's going to show me a README, but you don't actually need to read it. No need to read this. And what we have is we now have a new icon, which is the Octave program. And if you go to the Windows Start menu, well, there's another icon. There's All Programs, GNU Octave, and there's another one. Okay. So the next step is let's start up Octave. And do this by double-clicking this icon, or I'm actually going to go to the All Programs menu and start up Octave this way. And now, congratulations, you're running Octave. Let's set up the rest of the system. The other thing I'm going to do is create a new folder called, let's say, assignment 1, and I'm just going to move submit1.m into that directory, since this folder is where I'm going to do my assignments. Now in Octave, I'm going to show you just 3 Octave commands right now. One is the pwd command, so I'm going to type pwd and then hit enter, and that shows me the current path. So the current path is c:/octave/that directory/bin. What I want to do is send Octave to where my assignment 1 folder is, so they can access this submit1.m file. So I'm going to do that using the cd command. quote c:/users/ang/desktop/assignment1 pwd, and now I'm in this. I'm now the current path for Octave is I'm now in this directory. Okay, and by the way, this quotation sign that I'm using next to CD, that's that's a right quote. That's sort of a is the key on my keyboard that's a little bit to the left of the enter key. That's sort of a if I hit notice that Octave uses a single quote, right? Notice that on many computers, there are two quotation marks. There's this one and that one. Hope you can see a difference, right? There are two different quotation marks, and make sure to use the right one. Although if you use the wrong one, right, Octave will just complain. So just try it the other way. C:/users, and so on. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So now I'm in this directory. I can now run the submit script, and in particular, for homework 1, all we ask you to do is generate a 5x5 identity matrix. So to generate that, you can use the Octave command I 5x5, and this generates the 5x5 identity matrix, which looks like this. It's a matrix with 5 rows and 5 columns, and the diagonal is all ones. And so I'm going to submit this answer to my server. So submit 1 I 5x5 like so. Hit enter, and what the submit script does is it sends the solution I 5x5 to our server and checks you have the right answer. Here, this is the right answer. It says congratulations, you successfully completed it. If I were to submit a wrong answer, like a 4x4 identity matrix, oops, excuse me, well, meant submit 1, not submit. 4x4 identity matrix, it says, sorry, that's not correct. Answer 3, 5x5 identity matrix. So that's it. That's the right answer. And finally, you can use the exit command to quit Octave, just like that. So just to recap, we downloaded the 2 files and installed Octave. Then step 4, we started up Octave and use the cd command to go to whatever folder you want to use to do this assignment. And of course, I'm assuming that you've taken this submit1.m file and saved it in that directory as well. You use the pwd command to see the current path, and then this for this easy assignment 1 I 5x5 generates my 5x5 identity matrix, which looks like this: 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and this submits it to the server. And when you get the right answer, which is really just this matrix, you can hit exit to quit Octave. So when you, after this video, you should try to get this to work yourself. And when you succeed in doing so, congrats, you've now gotten Octave running, and hopefully also submitted correctly your first solution to our first, hello world type assignment.